Your new best friend, your new co-pilot, Event Studio. Let's plan and ideate a project faster than we ever have before, tapping directly into our proprietary engine and data set that we have. You can now build out a full roadmap in minutes. Let's jump in. First, we're going to start with our project title, load in date, guest count. We'll put in the brand here, location, Miami, and budget range. For this one, it's 1.2 to 1.4. In the next step here, you can just simply upload the RFP or the brief that you have, or you can put in the specific goal here. And with the goal, we really want to be specific about what the brand is trying to get out of this activation, or you as the brand themselves, what you're looking to do. You can also just simply ideate with this tool in this phase 2. After this, there's 2 more questions about event style, event type, and then we jump right into the output. So the output breakdown is very much like an RFP would be structured. So on the sidebar here, you're going to see all your different sections that you can go through, but we always start with the executive summary, where we want to set the tone of what's going on at Art Basel right now, pleasing, are they a good fit for this? What should we know about the demographics? You'll see in this one, I've actually gone in and added some photos myself, which you can do because in this case, I wanted to share this out with a client directly. So I came in here and I kind of did some text editing. I changed out some headers, and right here is where you would click to just add your own photo. Very useful to kind of pre-prep this before showing it to your team or a client. Now in our competitor pulse section, this is where we're really jumping into, is this a good fit for this brand to show up at Art Basel? In this case, yes, 82% score. It's a good match. Our out of office verdict is to activate and to do it. And then we give you a breakdown of why. So here's our table of kind of the top things that we look for in terms of alignment. And then we also start to pull in specific case studies that you can reference so that you know exactly what the competitors are up to and how you can break through the noise perfectly. Our strategy section is always going to give you a great breakdown of strengths, opportunities, ways that the brand can really poke through the noise and show up properly. Our mood board section is where you're going to go to find all that visual inspiration. Within every single image, you can click on it and go right out to the source. You can also create favorites or trash different images if you're looking to share this directly with a client. Then we're going to jump into concepts. So we'll always generate 3 different concepts for you to get the ideas started, spark your imagination, and start to think about what could this really actually look like. These 3 concepts are based on everything that's come before this. So we're looking at what are the competitors up to? What are the different venue spaces that are available? What type of event is this? How should they show up properly? And we're refining all of that information into the 3 perfect concepts that we believe are going to be the best way for this brand to show up. So we'll always lead with a video rendering for you and then give you a couple different image renderings as well. In each one, you can go in and download, you can edit. Then we jump into the guest experience. So in this section, we're going to start to call out what happens pre-event, during event, post-event, where you can really start to understand how should we show up and what exactly should be happening. Production insights, this section is awesome. As a producer, this is my favorite one. We jump into very critical things that you should be aware of. So we'll call out things like permitting. We'll call out crowd control things, or maybe some weather elements that you should consider, or maybe weird venue restrictions that you might come across. So some great insights here when it comes to actually producing the job. Then in our freelancer recommendation section, the system is going to start to matchmake with exactly who would be the right person for this project. So we're looking at all the different data around their case studies, portfolio work, everything about what they've done, brands they've worked with, where they live, experience level, to then match the perfect people for you. That can be from our global network or from your specific roster of freelancers. They'll show up right here. And then we get into the supplier recommendation section. So same concept. we're looking to matchmake for you to take away that pain of scrolling through vendor databases. We're going to pull in the exact right vendors that you should have and should call on for this exact concept. In here, you'll see we've got 3 more concepts that you can run through and check out. Those vendors and those freelancers do change for every single concept because we believe everybody's an expert in their own little realm. Our conclusion section, takeaways, is the chance for you to kind of wrap it all up. So if you're sharing this with a client, this is an awesome place to go in, add some more text yourself, add some images, and really kind of drive home that final point that you're getting to. Then in here, we've got your team. So you can go ahead and invite people and collaborate with them. You can manage how they can collaborate with you, what they can edit, what they can see here. Documents Hub, this is going to be like if you've got any brand guidelines or the RFP itself or any research documents that you want the team to have access to, it can be stored right here and live within the project itself. Your work back schedule will also get generated for you. This is where we're going to map out all those milestones for you and really try and cover everything so that you can go through and just delete things if you want, or you can jump in here and edit. Your budget section is going to be a full breakdown of everything that should be considered in terms of costs for this project. So based on all the data that we have and our constant sourcing of vendor information, pricing sheets, inventory, we are taking a pass on an estimate for you. So in here, you'll see that we'll always break out different sections. You can move things around. You can jump into each line item and you can edit them. You can delete them and really start to build out that initial estimate concept. And we're giving you a starting point. So as a producer myself, I love this because it's almost like a checklist for me. So I can come through here and just be like, yes, I completely forgot about brand ambassadors. We are probably going to need about 8 of them. And, this is the rough cost on having 2 shifts per day and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great starting point where you can then come in and make some edits. We give you a contingency in here as well, which you could always remove if you want, and then a place to do your agency fee or your discount, and then gives you the total. So this, is shareable and ready to get over to a client and get those initial conversations going of like, are we even in the right ballpark for this? That is all of Event Studio at a glance. And what's incredible is we're seeing so many different use cases for this right now. So we've got our freelancers who are just ideating and coming up with the craziest, wildest concepts and going to agencies and brands directly and sharing it with them or using it as like content to show off the things that they can come up with. We've got our agency teams in here who are really streamlining that pitch to production phase, which is often non-billable and extremely costly. So they're in here planning, getting a roadmap in minutes versus weeks. And instead of having a team of 10 working on something, maybe they've got 2 key people who are doing some edits and then sending it out to the other leaders to take a pass. The other awesome kind of segment that's been branching off is new business. So you've got your new business teams in here who are ideating and sending these reports directly to their clients saying, here's what it'd look like if you showed up at Art Basel. Let's go. That kind of stuff is really powerful and engaging versus just an email follow-up of, do you want to do something this fall? So that's a great use case. And then on the brand side, the internal teams, before they get a budget approval, are using the tool to just really understand, what is this going to cost? Is it worth it? What are our competitors up to? Should we pursue this? And then putting together that budget, sending it up to leadership to get approval, and then start working with their vendors, freelancers, agencies, whatever it might be. So across the ecosystem, we're just seeing efficiency like never before. Event Studio is really your best friend in that pitch to production phase. You're going to want to establish a habit of kicking off every project with Event Studio, or run 2 or 3 or 4 of them to just start to get the groundwork set up for how to launch a activation or your event. So I hope that helps. Let us know if you have any questions, and have a blast playing around with Event Studio. Thanks.